Batman talks again.
Yeah. Why aren't you doing the voice like that?
I did do the voice like that.
You're too legible. You're far too legible.
But I'm still going like this. I'm going more like this because you're talking slower. No, this is exactly how I did it.
I didn't imagine that voice.
And this is going to do.
Whoever she is, I don't think she likes me. I don't understand. How can anyone not like me?
I'll go crazier next time. I'll definitely go crazier next time.
That's the only real criticism I have.
Choose one with Bane. Oh, yes, I'll choose one with Bane, and then I'll get to do Bane's voice, too. Oh, Batman! That was actually a really fun one, and It's Never Too Late. Batman puts a gas mask on,
yeah,
and I go, which was great.
That's pretty much everything I need. I think I'm good.
I will. I'll find a Bane episode. We'll try to do the Bane episode next. I'll see if that's a good one. That little and you know what? I also liked the little Mallratical, and I think I need more stuff like that. I think I need to add in like little bat grunts when he's moving. Rachel.
Yeah.
There is a hidden Rachel in there too.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere in there.
There's got to be an episode with somebody called. You need an episode with somebody called Rachel, and an episode with somebody called Martha.
Martha. Why did you say that name?
Just add in
how do you know the name? Rachel? I'll find another good episode. Absolutely, we'll find another good one. And like, luckily, I was able to find the standalone soundtrack for the episode because I don't know if you guys know this, but every single episode of Batman the Animated Series has a unique score, which is one of the things that makes Batman the Animated Series so wonderful. Every single episode has its own unique score. So I was able to find the standalone score and put, underneath and match it up with the score of the episode. And they do something really interesting. I'm sure this is very basic for people who know, but as this is my first time really paying attention to a score of Batman the Animated Series, they do this really great thing where every time Batman talks, they kind of like they sustain a note of the score.
Yeah.
And it's just really subtle and in the background. And then as soon as he's done talking, the score picks up again. But then when he's talking, they just like sustain. So you can really take in Batman's
So you can elongate
voice.
a line if you need to.
As long as his face isn't facing the camera.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. I like it when the lips match up.
Can't you just edit if his head is still? Can't you pretty much just edit the lips to your pleasing?
Maybe.
Okay.
The problem is that if you mess it up too much, the soundtrack will get way off.
I'm telling you what it needs.
Yeah.
It needs more over the top Christian Bale.
I'm with you.
And if possible, even a little bit of improv every now and then, where you just throw in a random Rachel.
Oh, I want to improv, but yeah, I'm trying to stick as close to the original as possible.
Okay.
I think that's where the joke really shines, is just like how good this episode is with how bad Batman's voice is.
Yeah. I don't know what I need.
I know they are going to release the entire original series on Blu-ray. I'm very excited for this release. There's no official date on it. As soon as it's available, I am purchasing it, though, because it's, I would love to see it in crisp, clean, high definition.
Nice choice, hotshot. I'll take what I can get.
Egregious fucker. I made a Batman video in which I replace Kevin Conroy's Batman with Christian Bale's Batman voice from his movies. And it's ridiculous because Kevin Conroy does a great job and Christian Bale does a stupid Batman voice. Christian Bale does a stupid Batman voice. And it's emphasized by the fact that the episode is fantastic. And you get Batman's dumb voice. You're going, now! The show is just brilliant. Batman the Animated Series is brilliant. Well, the the bit really came up here on stream when we talked about doing this months ago at this point, and I never got around to it until this week. Where did I find this Batman video? I had it on DVD. Oh, the video, the actual video. Someone posted the Vimeo link. But it's the entire episode of Batman the Animated Series with just the voice replaced. Thank you, Hackbot.
Should not have gone that bad.
How bad did it get?
I died.
Oh, shit. You died.
You know what? I'm restarting that level. Fuck it.
Whoa.
Fuck it. That was wave 1.
Dank Chains, yes, my kids love the original show. We only have season 1 on DVD.
Yeah.
But they love it. It's a fantastic show.
I've got them all. It tells you how I feel about the show.
It's a fantastic show. I think
It's the definitive Batman.
It's the definitive Batman, absolutely. Every and going through it, frame by frame and sound by sound, the care that they put into all the little details is fantastic.
Kill them all.
I know, I didn't imagine.
And going through how little Batman actually says, and it's just all his presence and the world, and you everything about the show is so fucking great. How long did it take to dub? I did it in 2 days. But it only took a few hours because Batman doesn't say very much. I did a dub, and then I found all the replacement sounds. When there's no music, I had to kind of clone room tone from earlier in the scene and drop it under my Batman impression. And then if there was a score playing, I had to find the original score with no voiceover and put it underneath what I was saying. And then I redid my vocal lines a few times to try to make it more ridiculous, not getting ridiculous enough. But the whole process maybe took 6 hours. It was not very intensive. So. Jack, can you tell Rich that the swinging ball and tar traps in tandem are OP?
I know that. I don't have them yet.
Oh, okay. Boat Night wanted you to know that.
Okay.
You don't have them. Okay.
I just don't have them yet.
Oh, okay. There you go. Doctor.
Did you know Mario can jump? Did you? I'm being an asshole now, and I apologize for it.
No, Rich, I've been struggling with that game for years. Get out. Yeah, that was a dickhead move, Rich.
I know. I feel a little bit guilty.
Dr. Chug Buttmud, yes, we know about NoClip making a standalone GOG documentary. We are very excited.
I missed one. God damn it.
About.
I am not on my A game.
Well, you know how it works with streaming.
Yeah.
You got to talk and play at the same time. You got me gibbering in your ear.
A lot of gibber.
Rich.
A lot of gibber.
And I'm very sorry about that, but also not. Hyper starts sours. Why not? Saying things.
Done and done.
Crispy Fried Man says, Rich,
This
it's been a while since you played
good.
classic Doom on stream, and I miss it. I've been playing a mod called Guncaster 3.0, and it's stupid, crazy amounts of fun. I highly recommend you play it on stream sometime.
Okay.
Guncaster is the mod.
You're okay, you know that?
Dr. Chug Buttmud, yes, I actually, Mutant Year Zero is on my Steam wishlist as it's not out yet. That's what my wishlist mostly is games that aren't out yet that I think I'll want later.
Orcs.
It looks like it looks like XCOM meets Howard the Duck. Mutant Year Zero.
I'm looking forward to Phoenix Point.
You were saying. That's from the creator of the original XCOM.
Yeah.
Hello, Sonic. Mal Ratco Batman Beyond did have a great Mr. Freeze episode. Yes. Yeah. Batman Beyond, I think, was a good show.
It was the same creators of
Of
Batman TAS.
It was a sequel to Batman the Animated Series. Kevin Conroy was still old Batman. What's her name came back as Batgirl, right? Barbara Gordon? Well, what is her name? Batgirl's voice actress.
I don't know the voice actor's name. Tara Strong does everything. Was it her?
Might be Tara Strong.
Just because she does everything?
Neat style, great. I really enjoyed the him joining up with the new Justice League episode, figuring out the Superman thing. It was great. Are Batman and Catwoman still married in the future? Beefcake, they're still not married in the future, yes. Batman and Catwoman are always not married.
Comically not married.
Yes. Why did you put him up so high?
Those things.
Oh, there you go. That makes sense. Jack, the first line isn't for 6 minutes into the episode. Yes, Streamer TK. That's when Batman first speaks. That's the whole point.
Batman is a character of few words in that show.
Yes.
He's a man of actions.
That's right. It'll hurt.
One of the things that's so amazing about the animated series is you understand everything you need to know about Batman without him saying anything. Just his presence alone and how people react to Batman is all you need to know about Batman. It's amazing.
This'll tickle a few toes.
Batman is a detective. Always. Batman is always a detective. He's a detective ninja. That's what makes him so cool. He's a detective and...
What if they had called him that?
Detective Ninja?
Yeah. They never came up with the name Batman. They never got that. They just started calling him Detective Ninja.
Detective Ninja Police Force. Yes. I love it. They need to make a real Batman point-and-click adventure. I think they did some not terrible things with Arkham Knight and his detective-ing. Some of the detective side quests were really neat.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, it's stuff we've seen in a lot of other games, but you know, you stumble across something, you use your detective vision, you follow clues, they did some neat stuff with Arkham Knight. I'm sure with the other games too, but I just didn't play many of them. I know in Arkham Asylum, a lot of the detectiving was just follow the trail.
Yeah.
It didn't feel very organic, but in Arkham Knight, it felt very organic, the detectiving.
It's never fun, the detectiving.
Yeah.
But you know which game's at it best?
Huh.
The one everyone hates.
City?
Or, no.
Origin.
Origins.
Origins is the one everyone hates.
Origins has good detectiving.
Oh.
It's not great gameplay, I mean, but... You're analyzing crime scenes at some point in that game.
Didn't I hate Detective Vision? Detective Vision is a little cheap, and I probably made some jokes about Detective Vision because it's a little cheap. But I get it. I think I probably said similar things in like Horizon Zero Dawn, which has you use your focus, or even The Witcher, which has you use your Witcher sense. Mm-hmm. Which is, I think a lot of it would be more fun gameplay-wise if you didn't use that and like there were just natural signs that you needed to follow. And I suppose really you could just follow them. I don't know if any of the games forces you to use any of those. They might. I actually don't know.
Wait, force you to what?
Use your detective vision.
Not sure. Brain elsewhere.
That's all right. Chat'll tell me. Yeah, that's right. Witcher 3 has some natural signs, but a lot of times you're following smells or something not visible unless you use your detective vision. And, you know...
That one's for you, old man.
I get it. You need some way to...
Look, at that point, you've become an adventure game.
Right, which, by the way, I'd be a little okay with that. Like, let me be an adventure game.
All right.
Let me be a detective. Like, that's a part of the character that I like. And obviously you need some way to visualize these powers. You need to be, you know, a better than average detective, and you need some way to gamify and visualize these powers. And detective vision isn't the worst way to do that. It's just a little cheesy. There's a point-and-click adventure game based on Batman Returns. A DOS point-and-click adventure game.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit game. He was still frozen. Double bullshit.
Oh, got it. I'll look that up.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. One got through earlier. Back.
I looked it up. We'll see if it's on GOG. Have you played through the Telltale Batman series? It's linear, but has pretty good expression of Batman Detective. I played the first one, the Batman Telltale games.
Yeah.
Was like, you could play like the first mission for free on iPad. Mm-hmm. You know, I've never actually played a Telltale game. Oh, it can't be possibly as bad as I think it's going to be. And it was.
I know you hated it.
It was just as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was terrible. It was just terrible. The Telltale Batman bit that I played. I didn't feel like I was having any fun or doing anything besides pressing the button when they told me to press the button. I have the point-and-click Batman game saved so we can play it on stream, yes. Beercorn says Telltale games are like classic point-and-click adventures, but with even less gameplay.
So what do I know so far?
Yeah.
Orcs, ogres,
Yeah.
and gnolls all working together. Creepy voice talking in my head. And
No,
I
yeah,
can't
like
get in touch
a
with
Telltale
other
game is just
And
is just a motion comic book, and every once in a while you need to press the button.
Come
That's
back
it.
when you're ready.
This'll be fun.
Never gets old, Jack.
No. It's great. Boing? Boing? Hey guys, Rich. Question, says Captain President. What's your go-to weapon loadout in Vanquish? I'm asking for a friend. Thanks.
The heavy machine gun. I love the Vanquish's freaking shotgun, man. The basics, pretty much. What else is good? You know what? The saw blade gun is fun. You can cut off limbs.
Okay.
The Vanquish is a fun shotgun. I like the heavy machine gun and the saw blade.
That's fair answer. Absolute fair answer.
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Step right this way, Mr. Orc.
Jack, as a clown, what do you think about magicians that perform magic tricks?
As a clown.
What do I think about magicians that perform magic tricks? Well, I think a magician that doesn't perform any magic tricks is a really bad magician. Number one. Number two, magic tricks are a great way to entertain children. And as a clown, I employed a couple simple magic tricks in my routine, and I think it's great. Some simple, dumb magic tricks are a great way to entertain children. I think I've said this on stream. I've been very purposefully carrying a quarter with me everywhere as a fidget replacement. So anytime I feel the urge to fidget, I've been practicing making a quarter disappear. And I've been getting pretty good at it. You know, the classic, you know, you put the quarter in your hand, then you put it in this hand, but it's gone. Then you make it come back from behind their ear. In a fight between a clown and a magician, who would win?
Where the hell?
It depends who has the biggest prop. Clowns probably carry more props with them.
Yes!
Oh, just was fully dead.
Nope. Jack knows magic. I'm probably going to choke because I'm doing it on camera.
Of course.
Because that's how it works. But, you know, I don't know. You guys can see the quarter here, right? And so then you put it... Put it, you know, hold it in your hand like this. And you put it in this hand. And as you can see, this hand is wide open. Let me see. It's behind the microphone. I don't know if you could even see any of that. It's a really good. They could not. It's a really good use of the fidget. You try to hold the coin in between, in this area, in between your thumb and your hand, so that way you can open up your fingers, because that's where everyone looks, in your fingers, right? They want to make sure, you know, you're not like cupping it. And even if you can, like, kind of flare out your thumb a little bit like this, so you're holding it like that. Oh, it's a great trick. It's a great trick. Use it all the time.
Not good.
Great for the kids.
Sweet!
All right, nice recovery.
Did you almost fail?
I almost I got died. But I clutched it out, Jack.
Is that all?
Captain President says, "Hey guys, Rich."
What?
Nope, we already asked that. Vanquish.
Oh yeah.
How about Gabe for Quarters, who says, "Hey guys, have you hears the announcement about the new RoboCop?
Have I hears it? I haven't hears it.
Apparently, it's a reworking of the original sequel script with Neil Blomkamp directing, ignoring all other sequels and reboots.
Something for your face.
Starring. I don't know, man. I've heard the original script was pretty bad shit too. Didn't Frank Miller make it into a wildly crazy comic book?
Did he?
Frank Miller wrote it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, great. I did hear that news, and I don't know if it necessarily means anything. I think Neil Blomkamp has the potential. Let me choose my words carefully here. Neil Blomkamp has the potential to be an incredibly talented director, and is really can be really good, but has also made some not so good stuff. Stormco Penguin says, Robocop, you have to stop the ninja gang. They're peddling a new drug called Zeth. That's exactly what it is. Robocop versus... No, wait, we already had that Robocop versus Ninja. Isn't that Robocop 3? Mm-hmm. Robocop versus Ninjas?
Like making orcs also.
Blomkamp can be very good and interesting. Whether he will be is a whole nother story. Nothing but potential there, is what I see. Which is a very polite thing to say.
Clean up on aisle 3. Oh yeah!
He was interesting exactly one time. I think there's some good in Elysium. Elysium, however you pronounce that. I think there's some good in there. It had some fun ideas, a little ham-fisted with the social commentary, a little on the nose. But I think there was some interesting bits. So I'm gonna say 1.5 for Blomkamp. 1.5 interesting things as far as his movies go.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Go then. See if I care.
Jack, I'm currently coloring the newest issue of Nightwing for DC Comics.
Oh my god.
And just watched your animated series Christian Bale video. It's great. Putting that shit up on Twitter. Put it up! Congratulations on your coloring job. I've heard good things about Nightwing. The comic book.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, very... It would probably be a story I like, very Spider-Man-esque, very underdog-y, and I like that. That's why I really liked. That's what I really liked about Batgirl of Belleville, when they kind of revamped Batgirl. Is they took away all of her gadgets, and she distanced herself from Batman. Well, Batman at the time was Commissioner Gordon in a robot suit, so she was distancing herself from Batman. Comic books. Don't worry about it. But, it was just basically her starting fresh as Batgirl with nothing but her talents. And I thought there were some good issues in there. The Batgirl of Belleville.
An interesting choice.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Nightwing. I don't,
He operates at night and has a wing.
He has at least one wing. We know that.
Bare minimum, one wing.
We know that for sure. He's not called Nightwings.
Yeah, I know.
That's such a comedy angle too. Just like that flat, wide over the head, just like woo, wing, wing,
Yoink, yoink, yoink. Whoop, 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 yoink.
You know, I've never seen any of Blomkamp's shorts. I really should watch those one of these days. I hear they're good.
Last thing
He started
you'll
those
ever
like
see.
that short series, the short sci-fi stuff. It's supposed to be good. Haven't
Some
seen
new
any of them.
decorations.
That's great, Lloyd Beats. Lloyd Beats is giving us a Binding of Isaac 4 Souls Kickstarter update, currently at $1.1 million with 15 days remaining. It looks fantastic. It looks like it's going to be a great game. A little bit of deck building, a lot of Isaac, a lot of crazy power-up stuff. Looks very fun.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Batgirl, as we kind of know her, was taken from the TV show. Wasn't Batgirl created for the 60s Batman TV show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so. As opposed to Batwoman, who is a different character,
Right.
which might be there might be some confusion there.
Sure. Much like Harley Quinn was a creation of Batman the Animated Series.
Right.
That's a break.
Can't have too many archers. It's impossible to have too many archers.
Sometimes I almost feel bad
Any
for the
sort of
orcs.
ranged
Except
weapon. That's
not really.
your bread and butter in any sort of tower defense game.
Yeah.
The further away my weapon can be from the bad guy, the better. And still be effective, of course. Batwoman did briefly have a sidekick named Batgirl, but an unrelated character
Oh, really?
from 20 years prior, apparently.
Learn something new every day.
There you go. Chaos.
Damn straight.
Damn utter chaos.
That was fun.
Was Batwoman's Batgirl Cassandra Cain? Isn't Batwoman like a vampire or something? What is Batwoman's deal?
I don't know what's going on in the comics right now.
Do you know anything about Batwoman? Because I do not.
I only know that she's a lesbian.
So you... Okay, so there's at least one gay kiss.
There's at least one gay kiss.
Okay, so it's got to be good. Then it's got to be good. By the scale of gay kisses, we know things are happening. That's great. I hear the value of gay kisses has been on a steady decline in the past month. I think that's just a market correction. Like we want to make sure that we're not over-inflating the gay kiss as to lose any value. So I think that's just natural ebbs and flows, Chuck Fox. I wouldn't worry about that.
I didn't realize that was the last damn wave.
Oh, you did it.
I did.
Yeah.
On accident.
Maul wants to know when Jay's coming next, which is whenever he feels like it. And 2 says, if they gave you enough money to hire developers and make any game you want, what would that game be like? I won't steal your ideas.
I
First of all, steal our ideas. We're not making games. We're just over here. Just steal them. Take them. Make them good. Make them good, man. We've talked about this a few times. I still think a game that I would like to see being made is something that I used to do for work, which is I used to work as a dispatcher. And it was my job to organize delivery drivers. And so my delivery drivers would have to pick up a package here, drop it off there. And part of my job was making sure that my delivery drivers were happy enough, making enough money to keep working for me.
Where am I now?
But also didn't have
library.
too many things to deliver where they would be late with their deliveries. And so part of the fun gamification of organizing my delivery drivers was finding that route where, you have to pick it up in this city, then you can pick up this package, drop off package A, then you go here, drop off package B, and then when you drop off package B, you'll be right near package C, which will take you here and here and here.
You seem
I always thought that could be a very fun,
excellent.
especially like a mobile game, touch controls. Map out the driver, the driver path with a little bit of like, get a little personality for your drivers. Kind of like a randomly generated personality. Some drivers who you just like more and you want to work with you more, but maybe they're bad drivers. That could be neat. How did I talk to the drivers? Through a walkie-talkie? No, we called them on the telephone. Because we had telephones.
Oh yeah, I'm awesome.
Fuck. That was bad. Bad.
I don't know if it would make a good game, but I always, like I said, that was for the time that I had the job. At least that was the part of my job that I enjoyed the most was, trying to make that call. Like we had one driver who lived way up north, and there was one package that started way up north and had to be delivered to downtown Milwaukee. And if that was the only package to be delivered, that driver wasn't making a lot of money. And it was really important to us as a company to have that one specific package delivered because it was, like one of those daily routes kind of situation. And so making sure that driver was really happy and, saving some other deliveries in that area just for that driver to say, hey, do this and this and this and this on your way down. Kind of that management of routes was a really neat part of the job that I think could work gamifying. Why didn't the drivers get hourly pay? Because capitalism, ho! All of our drivers were private contractors, so we didn't have to pay them health insurance. I was also just a lackey. I wasn't in charge of that decision, so.
A treat for you.
But that was pure and simple capitalism, my friends. I got paid by the delivery.
A treat for you.
Nice. I see what you're doing there, Rich, and I like it.
It's crazy, Jack. You don't even know. You don't even know. So shut up right now.
I'm saying you did a good job. I'm saying I like what you're doing there, and you're doing a good job. Why does America hate its workers?
Because they want money?
I think that's every country, and it's because people want more money. People like money, and people are greedy. They want money.
Oh god, I don't have that upgrade
Happy
yet.
hunting.
Jeez. Oh my. Oh my.
Oh, oh crap.
Oh my.
Oh crap.
I was missing a very key component there.
Bye-bye, evil guys.
Sean Simonas says, not exactly the same thing, but related to Prince of Thieves. Earlier I was talking about Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. I thought I had made up the action figures because no one knew what I was talking about when I described...
Some of them were repurposed Ewok figures.
When I described playing with them as a kid at the babysitter's house.
Friar Tuck was a Gamorrean guard with a different head slapped onto it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
It is great.
That's great. I do not remember Robin Hood Prince of Thieves action figures, but I absolutely believe they exist. What a strange movie Robin Hood Prince of Thieves is. What a strange, strange movie. They got very close there, Rich.
Yes, I know they did.
They got very, very close.
This is a very hard level. I think this might be the hardest level in the game.
Oh, okay.
My opinion. My worthless opinion.
It'll hurt a lot.
I think the action figure I played with the most as a kid was probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Joe probably wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for most of my friends, it was...
No, you don't. No, you don't.
It was probably He-Man toys, but for me it was Turtles.
He-Man for you?
No, for my friends. A lot of my friends played with He-Man toys.
Are your friends a little bit older?
Probably. I say friends, like my older cousins, maybe.
Because of our age difference.
Yeah.
I would assumed you missed out on He-Man.
I did. I didn't care about He-Man at all.
But your friends who are your age did.
Or maybe they got their toys from there. I mean, they cared about the toys. I don't remember ever watching the show, but they definitely had toys. They had He-Man toys.
Okay. I still can't afford that. Oh, jeez. All right. At least I don't think anybody's gotten through.
You mentioned there's a lot of good stuff to watch on Netflix. Any recommendations? New season of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is out, which is great. I just got done watching and loving the Lost in Space reboot, which is fan-fucking-tastic, by the way. Just absolutely fan-fucking-tastic for Lost in Space. Dealey Bop, if you haven't seen it yet, watch Dark. Which is a German sci-fi show. They came very close. Dark is very good. American Vandal, that's a great one. Thank you, chat. American Vandal, which is a mock true crime documentary. And just perfect. Just absolutely perfect.
I can afford that. I can afford to be a bit more safe.
There's a lot of really good things. I think actually the first...
This is the mace and tar trap setup.
Yeah,
that person was talking about.
Yes, that is very effective, especially with your little wall cavern there.
The medium enemies aren't going to get through.
Yeah.
It's going to kill all of them. The little ones are fast enough that some of them are going to sneak through.
Okay.
And the big ogres can tank it.
Sure.
But against these guys, it's safe. You can see one got through, but I had a fire pit there.
That's perfect. That's great.
That was fun.
I think the first 2 seasons of Broadchurch are on Netflix. If you like detective shows, Broadchurch is very good. Yeah, Stranger Things, of course. I assume everyone knows about Stranger Things, so I didn't even mention that.
Does it have to be a Netflix exclusive?
No, just on Netflix. What's on Netflix?
You know what I've been watching? Rewatching. It's old as fuck now. I'm kind of shocked how old it is. Ken Burns' Civil War.
Oh, yeah? The Ken Burns documentary?
Oh, that is so good.
He's a fine filmmaker. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I will absolutely
Don't
be
waste
watching
what
the
I've
new Doctor
given
Who now that they have a new showrunner. I will be there, episode 1. Very excited that they have a new showrunner. The showrunner who...
Old what's-his-face got the boot.
Old what's-his-face got the boot, and actually the guy who is in charge of Broadchurch, which is a show I very much enjoy, is the new
Happy
showrunner.
hunting.
So yeah, I'm very excited. I have no idea when it comes out, but I'm on board. New Doctor, new people in charge. I'm there. Oh yeah, the first couple seasons of The Expanse are on Netflix, so if you want to catch up without having cable, watch the first couple seasons of Expanse. I think that's a fantastic show. Be prepared for some slightly. I think I've always described it as slightly cheesy characters, some one-dimensional, like stock characters, some stock sci-fi characters, but the story for The Expanse is so engaging.
Fuck.
that I highly recommend. Gobbledygooks, I didn't much care for Altered Carbon. You perfected it. You did it, Rich.
I know. That was not easy, though. That level was a bitch.
I agreed to Arc Matter. Moffat wrote some amazing episode while Russell T. Davies was showrunner. But I just don't think that... I think once Moffat had ultimate control over everything, that he started making really dumb decisions. And I think that was the problem. But now that there's a new showrunner, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Wait. Apprentice. Empty my
I didn't much care for
nectar.
Altered Carbon. Did you watch Altered Carbon at all?
No, that
On
wasn't
Netflix?
it either.
No.
I didn't get into it that much. It seemed like it could be a really interesting premise and world, but I really did not. I didn't get into it. I didn't like it. Had some really neat ideas. Altered Carbon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very what was the
have you got?
the one we watched? What was the one we watched on Best of the Worst where they suck out your
Embrace
soul
your inner
and
darkness.
from the body and leave your body in cold
That's
storage?
all.
Remember? Do you remember what Best of the Worst movie that was?
Oh,
Right.
was that Hologram Man, right?
Hologram Man. Yes, it's very Hologram Man.
It sounds like such a horror movie thing. I was trying to think about horror movies, but
No.
no, that was the future cop movie where they suck out your soul and imprison your body.
And so Altered Carbon is very much like that, where they can kind of like copy your brain, and they can put your brain in different bodies.
I did it dumb.
Oh, you did it.
I did it dumb.
Can you undo your
It's
dumb?
too late to select my things. I should have brought the wind belt. I got the fucking lava pit down here. Fuck!
Yep.
You ever have too many drinks?
Fuck!
I'm thinking
Fuck!
Set it and forget it.
So in any case, it was very much like Hologram Man, where they can like make a copy of your brain and then put it in any body you want. And it had some neat kind of like classist ideas about like, the rich people getting all the good bodies and not having to worry about diseases or whatever. And
Oh, that would be so effective right now!
yeah, you could kill all those people.
I know!
Oh, Rich. But it was bad overall. Altered Carbon. I didn't like it. Not to be confused with Slade Craven. Right, he wasn't Slade Craven, because that was the guy from High Velocity. What was his name? Oh. What was the bad guy's name? In Hologram Man. Slash Gallagher. Yes, Mr. Tummy Giggles, you got it. Slash Gallagher.
How much older am I than Jack? 5 years?
Sure. About, yeah. Yeah, which, you know...
Old enough for me to have He-Man be a part of my life and to be shocked that you had friends your age who liked him.
Or just the toys. Well, that's the thing. Like, now, at this point in our life, 5 years is nothing.
Oh, no, yeah, but when you're a kid.
But when you're a kid, it makes a big difference in the shows that you watch. Yeah. Or the things that you are into. Like, you're super into G.I. Joe. You said you really like Transformers, He-Man, that kind of stuff. And that was just a little bit before my time.
See, G.I. Joe was so long-lived, I'm kind of shocked that you didn't really have much love for it.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing. One of my thing. I am a millennial. I'm absolutely a millennial. But that's the thing. Like, people throw around the term millennial like it's a negative thing, but, like, there's a ton of us millennials who are in our, mid-30s to 40s. Millennials are fucking adults. And also adults.
John, I'm sorry, do you want applause for that?
Nope, that's good enough. That's good enough. I like that.
Until later, I suppose. You'll be back.
Trout 9K says, "Hi Jack, hi Rich. Jack, how about that Binding of Isaac Kickstarter? You're very excited about it. Rich Desert Island game. XCOM
2.
Enemy Unknown or XCOM 2? That's what they were asking.
Yeah.
XCOM 2?
I like them both. XCOM 2 is better.
Okay. You think you can replay XCOM 2 more?
Yeah.
As far as
especially because of the fucking randomized maps.
Oh, sure. I think that's really the most important thing with any Desert Island game. It's just like, how much playtime can I get out of this? Howdy Gents says, Dexter Sinister just finished We Are Legion, We Are Bob, which I now have downloaded as an audiobook.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to listen to it.
It's good.
Haven't got around to it yet. If it were to be adapted, who would you like to see cast as Bob? Which I have to give to you because I haven't yet listened to it.
The Orcs may be numberless.
Dreamcast, like we'll say lifetime Dreamcasting and then current Dreamcasting.
Well,
and or.
Got a leader now.
I didn't think about it. I can't do this and that. I can't do it.
That's fine.
Someone chubby and a comedian.
Someone chubby and a comedian.
But not wacky.
Chubby, a comedian, but not necessarily wacky.
Yeah.
Kenan Thompson?
I don't know names. You'll have to name like a part I know, and I don't know anything.
He's a longtime cast member on SNL.
Louis C.K.? No, too gruff.
Someone like Horatio Sands?
You need like a fat computer nerd. Someone who can do computer nerd.
Okay. Yeah, everyone now is saying Wayne Knight, which yes. So like Patton Oswalt.
Maybe, yeah.
The role he was born to play. Computer. Excellent, Dr. Chug Buttmud. Yes, I think a lot of people will initially be turned off by The Expanse because, you know, characters are a little stock, maybe a little cheesy. But if you can stick it past the first couple of episodes, the story will hook you. I guarantee it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Dr. Chug Buttmud. Wayne Knight is still alive, yes. Absolutely. Yes, and all the space stuff is gorgeous in The Expanse. I love every time they get into like ship maneuvering stuff because they do it so well. It reminds me a lot of the Battlestar Galactica reboot when like piloting in space was this three-dimensional thing, and I think The Expanse does an amazing job of like just dealing with the realities of three-dimensional space piloting and extreme G's and, you know, doping people on the ships when they're doing these awesome maneuvers and magnetic boots whenever you're walking around. Oh, it's just great. Fucking great! Everything about it.
Clean up on aisle 3.
That orc just said mom.
Yes.
Let's see here. Greetings. Bran Flake says greetings. I'm reading Watchmen for the first time, and I'm wondering how it ranks among your favorite graphic novels.
It's up there.
If it's not
really up there. I don't have a 1 to 10 list, but it's up there right with Preacher. They're entirely different things, but
I can only agree. It's up there. It's a fantastic book. The Watchmen. Just a fantastic book.
Voila!
It's part of only a handful of graphic novels that I've actually specifically and purposefully reread over the years, where you just want to flip through it again.
One for you.
every time I've reread The Watchmen, I've noticed some detail in the art that I didn't notice before. Like there are so many hidden smiley faces, like just the pattern of the clouds with like you see through a window with a streak of rain going down, that it's the smiley face with the blood drop, basically. The Watchmen is just fucking littered with just visual repetitions.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's a fucking great book. Like as far as like graphic novels that I have reread over the years. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even, these other two, like I wouldn't even put up there, but like the Johnny the Homicidal Maniac complete collection is something that I loved when I was like getting into comics, and I have the complete collection of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, which I think is fantastic. And Scud the Disposable Assassin, the whole shebang. And neither of those are classics like The Watchmen as a classic. Those are just the books that I've reread over the years. So, yeah, Jonan Vasquez, that Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, that might have been my introduction to like indie comics.
Yeah.
Whereas like you can do this in comic books? What?
Do whatever you want in a comic book, Jack.
You can do whatever you want all the time.
A little present for you, one for you, and one for you.
Wait a minute.
He's trapped in a pit.
Nice.
Yeah, listen, back in the day, like when Invader Zim, I remember back in the day when Invader Zim was just like speculation that it was going to be a real TV show, and everyone, at least amongst my group of friends, going ape shit because the Johnny the Homicidal Maniac guy was getting a Nickelodeon cartoon. That's right, Scud the Homicidal Maniac from Milwaukee's own Rob Schraub. If you can find it, I don't know, it's probably on YouTube somewhere. But if you want to see a really fun piece of work, Rob Schraub did a video short called Robot Bastard. And it's just this little, like, DIY crafts video short, and it's really fantastic. Really one of those, like, imagination is bigger than your budget, and so you kind of use your small budget to your advantage. If you have a moment, go look up Robot Bastard.
Oh yeah!
No, the Fuckbot was not inspired by Robot Bastard, and I no longer have the Fuckbot costume, as it was made of cardboard.
Until later, I suppose.
It was.
was not built to last. Is what you're saying?
I am quite frankly shocked it lasted as long as it did. It was quite literally 2 cardboard boxes covered with aluminum foil. That's it. That's the whole costume.
It was built for a 48-hour film project.
Yes.
Which you build, props for that to last.
That's what you're thinking
This
of.
is gonna hurt.
That's what you're thinking. We're gonna shoot with this every week.
No, wait. Other way around.
So, no, so Fuckbot is no more. We have a little scrap of him still. Let's see here. Anon says, "Hey, you hacks. Thanks for playing this game. It was one of the first games I bought on my Steam account, right behind Torchlight 2 in the 6th grade. I had a question on how did you find your career pathway that you love doing? I graduated high school and I'm lost."
This will be good.
Rich,
Yeah.
how'd you find your career pathway?
I met Mike in high school.
There you go. Yeah, and I was a
Oh, shit.
what the hell was that?
Exploding cobalt. Suicide cobalt.
Oh. I was a bit of an aimless youth. I did not choose a direction.
You didn't watch that big
The
ogre?
big guy.
Yeah.
That's great.
I got the one of the weavers that let you upgrade things.
Yeah.
The trap path.
Yeah.
One of them lets the physics traps affect ogres.
That was.
Yeah.
Whoa. That was great. So I was a bit of an aimless youth. I didn't quite know the direction I wanted to go right out of high school, or for years after, to be honest. But really, it was just kind of the stuff I was doing, and opportunity knocked. So I was already making videos, and I was making dumb videos, and because I kept making them, eventually the opportunity came up to make one for money. And then, oh my god, I can make money off of this? I can do this for money? But I was already doing
I love watching them fly around.
it's, the big ones are what is so funny.
There's another one.
Good times, good times. That's how it's
But,
done.
a lot of my life, listen, a very short amount of my life, I have been making money with the thing that I like doing.
Yeah.
All the rest of it, all the rest of my working time, we've talked about it. Like, I was a dispatcher, I was a butcher, I managed a storage facility. Listen, I did not have glamorous jobs.
You have worn many hats.
Yes. And sometimes that's what it takes. What is that? Oh. That's adorable.
I know.
And then they all attack that.
Yeah, and then it blows up.
Oh, that's great. That You know what that is? That's a good concept art right there. That's someone having a little bit of fun. That's someone having a little bit of fun. I think that's great.
Which entertaining is less entertaining to watch? This or Slay the Spire? God, your taste in games sucks, dude.
And you know what? We're talking about shit. This is fun. You know what you're getting here? You guys are getting A+ grade Orcs Must Die strats.
You are!
You can watch Rich Evans and get all the mad strats. And you're not appreciative of that? Fuck off. Get those strats, man. Get them. So you're just out of high school. A friend who wants to know about career paths. Number one, you got to work because you need money to like buy food and like pay for a place to live. So you just get any job. And then if you're not happy with that job, you need to start finding that thing you like. And sometimes the best way to do it is just to find another job, keep hitting the pavement. And if you're lucky enough, if you're like us lucky few, you can turn that thing that you like doing into a job. But then, of course, you stop really enjoying it for the passion and it turns into a job. But that's a whole nother level, so don't worry about that. But, no, I think I was incredibly, incredibly lucky. But also I was doing the thing. I was making videos and I was having fun. And then because I was making videos, someone said, hey, I'll give you money to make a video. And I go, oh shit. Yeah, I'll do that. And then that steamrolled into some good opportunities.
So, the orcs are dancing to this woman's thing that makes orcs dance. Well, I can make orcs dance too. And by dance, I mean die. That's gonna leave a mark.
I heard Star Wars commentary videos are very lucrative. That's the way to do it. Well, probably not anymore. I don't know.
Just for you.
You gotta find the next thing.
Hey,
what's gonna be the next thing?
Let's
Marvel
begin.
commentary videos? I don't know.
Decisive. I like them.
Here they come.
Beer Coin says, Jack is right. Except for turning what I loved into a career, I eventually found a job that I loved doing and stuck with that until it became a career.
Good times.
I mean, we're saying the same thing, which is just, you know, sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes the best way to figure out what you do like is by crossing off the things you don't like. The blark. That's good sound effects.
It's bad.
Orc. Yig1 says, Jack, Witcher 3 Skillage is okay, but Toussaint is amazing. Also, Hearts of Stone is best Witcher 3 story by far. And I don't know if I've gotten that far. But I'm an incredibly slow gamer. I'm really enjoying The Witcher 3, so I'm really taking my time. I'm barely fucking around with the main story. I'm doing all the side missions.
I don't know many of the words you were talking about.
The fake town names in Witcher 3 is what we're talking about. No, I'm having a great time. That's been my great personal game. Just like the game that I'm playing for me. And it's been great. And for Christ's sake, don't go to college just to kill time. I mean, unless you have that kind of disposable income. I don't know many people who do. But.
Something for your face.
Yeah, some people find out what they want to do in college. Some people don't.
Sometimes I almost feel bad for the orcs.
Don't feel pressured to go to college because it's very expensive and it doesn't work out for everyone. I went to a cheap-ass college. I went to the cheap-ass college that I could afford and ended up not finishing it because I was having a bad time.
Ooh, big words for someone who high-find a bunch of dumb
But,
orcs.
it wasn't going to teach me the thing I wanted to know. But it does work for some people. Some people find out the thing they want to do in college. There's no good advice I can give you. I can just keep talking. Which is my career path now. Just keep talking.
It's not always easy.
That's the thing in cephalopathetic. The only benefit to expensive college is the networking. I think, from everyone I know who is successful
You'll be back.
and who went to college, that is the one big takeaway I have. Which is the reason that they are currently in the position they are in is not because of what they learned in college, but who they met in college.
Yeah.
Almost 100% of all of the very successful people I know. That's where their success came from. Who they met in college. Because it's a great place to meet people
More orcs, please.
with like interests. And I'm not saying that as a negative either. I'm trying to give legitimate advice, which is, make friends and be part of clubs and do group activities where you can contribute and be part of a team. And then later, if one person on that team gets successful, they'll remember everyone who was helpful on the team and say, "Oh, hey, I'm successful now, and I can bring you with." I'll get you a foot in the door. And that's how it works. Or as Beefcake puts it, step 1, go to film school. Step 2, film your cat. Step 3, profit.
Film your cat.
Film your cat. I'm sure there are several...
That's the most important thing, though.
YouTube...
Film your cat.
I'm sure there are several successful YouTube personalities who only film their cat.
Oh,
In your
Guarantee it.
face. In the face.
Grumpy cat.
Grumpy cat.
Classic.
And he didn't even do anything with his cat. His cat just looks funny.
Mess.
He just took a picture of his cat.
Yeah, I know. Compared to keyboard cat,
Right? He made a little fun
little
thing.
shirt, make some hands.
Boom, he did a little fun thing
Grumpy
with
cat,
that.
just look grumpy, man.
Just grumpy, that's it.
Just look grumpy. That's all you got to do.
That cat was born into it.
Cat was born to be grumpy cat.
Yeah. He didn't earn it.
Are you resentful?
Of Grumpy Cat? No.
Grumpy cat didn't earn Grumpy Cat's spot, Jack.
Yeah, I know.
I can understand if you want to be resentful about Grumpy Cat.
Well, Grumpy Cat's a cat, so I'm not resentful of the cat. And I'm happy for the owner of Grumpy Cat. They found a way to win. They got a dice roll, and they won that dice roll. Congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Grumpy Cat has it has book deals. Grumpy Cat had a movie. Grumpy Cat went legit. Like, I'm sure at one point, Grumpy Cat's owner got an agent. Good for you. They were hustling. They got it.
I jump in and help, and I'm getting more money just letting the traps do all the work.
Absolutely. You're there as insurance. You're there as backup, just in case.
Getting some amazing fucking combo scores. I'm killing it, Jack.
Yep.
I'm killing it.
That's great. That's great.
Sometimes I almost feel bad for the orcs. Except, not really.
Captain President says, Jack, as a clown, what group of people are your natural enemies? Mimes, magicians, clergy?
Yes, I'd say the clergy, for sure.
Clergy aren't our natural enemies because clergies see clowns as a gateway. Like, you know, the Christian clown can get the kids into the pews, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. No, the clown's worst enemy is the sourpuss, is the grumpus, who doesn't want to have any fun.
Rich Evans.
The clown's natural enemy is Rich Evans. 100%. 100%. Because Rich Evans is not there to have a good time, not there to have any fun.
No.
And is gonna call the clown out on all his clown bullshit that the clown's just doing to entertain the children. Rich Evans is gonna go, that's fake.
That clown's full of shit.
That's fake. Well, that's not where the rabbit was in the hat the whole time, dickhead. And he'll say that in front of a group of children, which will make the clown's job
I hate
significantly
children too,
harder.
so
Yeah. That's why you've come to this children's birthday party just to yell at the clown and the children. In my mind, in my scenario, you're crashing a child's birthday party just to yell at everyone. Also, a lot of Jack, you're a clown-centric questions today. I don't know why that is.
clown-related news.
I don't remember hearing any clown-related news. I'm on all the newsletters too, so I should.
The clown newsletters.
All the clown newsletters, all the good ones. I mean, listen. Everyone stopped subscribing to Clown Daily as soon as new management took over. Became too political. Everyone.
Ooh, gross.
So I'm subscribed to all the good clown newsletters. So I haven't heard anything big in the clown world.
God, you're all killing it.
Gee, I hope nobody gets hurt. No, I don't.
I'm fucking autopilot.
How it's done.
Is that the downside of the third-person action mechanics? Is eventually you get so good at the other stuff that you don't need to do anything?
No, that's you've earned it. Usually.
Okay, all right.
But this level's kind of easy. Once you get this set up, this level becomes easy.
Okay.
But there are other levels coming up that aren't such a gimme.
Sure. Craig Nation says, hey guys, I've been playing Far Cry 5, and I've been really enjoying it. I feel like it's definitely the kind of game you both would enjoy. Keep up the good work, and great job on the Christian Bale Batman joke. Thank you, Craig Nation. And I don't even remember Far Cry 5. What was that one?
We didn't play Far Cry 5.
Oh, okay. I don't know what
I
that
think there was
is.
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La?
Yeah.
What?
Far Cry's?
Far Cry 5.
But that one, like China and Shangri-La was the gimmick in 5.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I remember right.
All I know...
Hey, I could be thinking of 4. Maybe that was 4.
The only Far Cry I know is the Blood Dragon, the crazy 80s.
Oh, that's... the rest of them aren't really that much like that.
Oh, okay. Far Cry 5 is America.
Okay. I'm thinking of 4 then.
Oh, okay.
Good times, good times.
And I mean, I might... it's a first-person shooter, right?
Yeah.
I might like it. I remember... I don't remember much about it. It didn't look crazy interesting to me, so...
This will be good.
It was famous originally just for its engine, which did amazing large outdoor jungle areas well.
Oh, okay. The Crytek engine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know things.
So it was famous for that.
And then they made a game around it. They needed something to show off the engine.
What archers are getting involved?
Dr. Lube It Up says, "Hey Jack, hey Rich. I did a bit of research and found out that Mr. Wiggles, is that a Wheel of the Worst reference?
Yeah.
Is still doing his dancing man thing.
So I've heard.
His current site is wigz.biz. WIGZEE.biz. If you ever want to look at some stellar web design, check out his old site on archive.org. It's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Great. I mean, good. Hey, good for you, Mr. Wiggles. What was Mr. Wiggles?
You just watch the episode. He's a street dancer
Oh, okay.
who had to put out a video he filmed on a VHS tape in front of a tarp.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
What do I got coming up? That needs to be upgraded.
What do I got coming up? I didn't watch the episode.
He's a jerk.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt bad. But, you know, the Canadians were in it. I was like, it's a wheel episode. I'll get to it. You know what I was watching instead?
What?
I could have watched it, or I could have watched the first 2 episodes of The Venture Brothers.
Oh!
I saw the first 2 episodes of The
Yeah?
Venture Brothers. Yeah.
You hated it.
It's all right.
All right. Yeah.
It was all right. I got it. Here's what I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
Here's exactly what I'm gonna guess. Because this came out in what 2000 and
Something like 14 years ago.
2003 maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This came out a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
And so what I'm sure of is in 2003, this was like cutting edge comedy.
Well, you're watching not the best episodes.
Right.
All right, before you give it up,
but it's also like I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it didn't do it for me. It's also a joke that at this point in time has been done a lot. Right?
what's the episode chat with the pirates? What's that one called? Ghosts of the Sargassum? What's like the best episode of Venture Brothers to watch for Jack?
Yeah, give me an episode. Let me watch it because they're all on Hulu, so I can watch them.
Would Jack like a Baron Underbite episode?
For the first full season, I don't know if I got a full season in me. Give me like 1 or 2 episodes to watch, okay?
All right, chat. Figure this out. Actually, this would be a complicated straw poll to set out, like the first season of Venture Brothers episodes. Just do a straw poll. Mm-hmm. And which are the best 2 episodes for Jack to watch? Ghost of the Sargasso is one of the best episodes. Like, in general, that one's great.
Okay.
The Dr. Orpheus episode's great. At least the first one with him. He's a good character.
I liked a lot of
Doctor Strange basically becomes a tenant.
I liked a lot of what they were doing, and I sensed a lot of their bits. It just wasn't very biting. Like the comedy wasn't very biting, and
Tag Sale? Yeah. Tag Sale, you're it. That's a good episode.
Okay.
That's a good Jack episode because there's lots of supervillain stuff in that one.
Tag sale, you're it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, the Venture Brothers gets progressively better season by season.
Well, and this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is back in 2003, for those who started watching that.
Operation Prom is like the last thing you watch. That's not a starter episode, Operation Prom. Somebody recommended an episode that was basically written to be the season finale the series finale back in season 4
okay.
when they didn't know if they're going to be reviewed, and it's fucking excellent. It is not where I would start with the show.
Well, so basically what I'm saying is for those who started watching back in the day, this was probably, like...
Somebody's saying all of season 1 after episode 4. Yeah, it took them a little while to get their groove, but not too long. Oh, sorry, finish your thought. I'm jerking.
No, I can't. You interrupted me so many times. I was just
know.
waiting.
Well, I'm so excited to talk to somebody about the Venture Brothers, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. It's all right. And I could see why you would like it in 2003.
I like it now!
But you've also grown with the show, and there's probably so many, in-jokes and referential jokes and,
I knew he was going to do this
back and forth.
I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to Farscape my ass.
That I could really see someone getting into the Venture Brothers and thinking, oh, it's this amazing thing. But, coming into it now where it's it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not saying it's bad.
All right.
It's longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought they were going to be 15-minute episodes, but they're full 22.
Basically, Jack, you've just watched episode 1 and 2 of TNG season 1. Well, the pilot, yeah, I think that's a fair comparison. Pilot's not that. I don't like the pilot that much.
Yeah,
the one with the ninja.
Yeah,
yeah. That's not par for the course.
Okay.
The show's very different by the time you get into season 5.
Well, I assume by the time you get into season 5, I'll give it more of a run.
Okay.
I'm not done. I just wanted to give you my feelings first 2 episodes in.
I swear there is stuff you'll enjoy once they start getting more into the politics of the villains.
Yeah.
There's some fun stuff.
I'll keep chugging along.
But that doesn't really start hardcore into season 2. So
no, and I know I just said I just told everyone you have to bear a little. You have to bear a little bit of the cheesiness in the first couple of episodes of The Expanse, but then you'll be hooked on the story. And I meant that by the end of episode 2, you're hooked on the story. And even episode 1, there is so much good world in The Expanse, and there is so much good story. You'll just stop caring about the cheesy characters.
Promising and most
I'm gonna give it more of a chance, but 2 episodes in, it's all right. It's not the worst.
Beautiful and deadly.
The 2 episodes into the Venture Brothers, I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
Escaping through the rifts to forge her own kingdom in the dead world beyond. Now she's bound the numberless
Jack has ordered steak and potatoes. He ate 1 potato and is saying the meal is meh. I ordered steak and potatoes and I took 1 bite of each. And so far, it's mediocre.
I'm
yes.
reasonably sure my apprentice is unteachable.
There is an easier
Did you start over?
No.
Why will you not
There's 3 chapters to the game. I'm in the last chapter. There's a cutscene
really arrogant
before
and you talk
everyone.
like a history book.
Impossible child.
So anyway, I'll keep watching. I'll give it a few more episodes.
Okay, I swear it's great.
I'll give it a few more episodes.
I swear it's fantastically amazing.
You are the last of the order now.
I'll do what I can. All right. David E. No People says, "Hey nerds, David No People here. Still
You have chosen well.
in Quito,
This will help.
What? Still in Quito, when I heard the U.S. bullied Ecuador into voting against a breastfeeding agenda that sided with breast milk production lobbyists. Just wondering if you had any thoughts on this. Anyway, syrup my pork pancakes.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about, or if that's a real thing, or anything. I have no idea. Davidi, no people. I have no idea about
Now, where did she find those?
the U.S. Ecuadorian breastfeeding politics, and I'm sorry that I don't. So, I think just in general, I'm sorry for my country at the moment. How about that? That's just a blanket statement. Dr. Lube It Up says, have either of you checked out the Donkey Kong DLC for Mario Odyssey?
I didn't even know it was out.
I'm partway through it and loving it so far. Rabid Peach is great as always, and Donkey Kong's mobility adds a ton of fun gameplay options. It's out, Luke.
Okay.
The Donkey Kong
I
DLC.
haven't played it. I can't comment on something I haven't played.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Praxis. Praxis wants to let me know I'm totally wrong about South American politics, even though I just read what someone else wrote.
Excellent.
Even though I just read what someone else wrote and then said that I know nothing about it, I'm wrong. So I feel good about that.
Yeah.
I feel good about that. Thanks. Oh yeah, and I saw earlier in the chat as we were talking about the Venture Brothers, someone was wondering about why we have the Batman Catwoman counter in the lower corner. This month, actually, the issue came out on July 4th. Batman number 50 had announced the big event for Batman number 50, which was Batman and Catwoman were going to get married.
Yes. And I heard about, well, we both heard about the Batman Catwoman marriage.
Yes.
And I think we both scoffed at the idea that a comic book character is going to be able to be married.
Just add orcs and blend.
That this isn't just a gimmick that will be undone shortly.
Right, and so then I made an official prediction, which was that the marriage would not. And I want to say, like, my wording was very specific here, which was they would not be married within 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether that means one of them died or got memory loss or what, you know, whatever comic book bullshit they would think of, right?
Just doesn't
Yeah.
seem fair.
And so we started a counter, you know, to lead up to Batman and Catwoman getting married. And spoiler alert for Batman number 50, the end of the issue, Catwoman decided not to marry Batman.
A fucking awful publicity stunt.
What a heartless publicity stunt. Don't even let them have one issue. They don't even let them have one goddamn issue where they're happy and married and in love.
How much did DC hype it is my question. 'Cause I'm not spending much time in comic book shops.
Good times.
How
good
offensive is what they did?
They hyped it enough to where I don't read Batman comics and I knew it was a thing. How about that? Did you know it was a thing?
Yeah. Well, from our chat.
Oh, okay. I knew it was a thing outside of our chat. It just popped up in the regular news. So, that's how much they hyped it.
This'll be fun.
Batman is married to the job, damn it. And that's what Catwoman thought too. Catwoman was worried that as soon as Batman was happy, he would no longer fight crime. Oh, he can just run right through those, huh?
Yeah. He's a special kind of unit. He only chases after you and, like, your archers.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
He's a douche.
When was the married timer updated? It was updated right before we started streaming. They have still been married for 0 days. So how about that?
How's it feel to be right, Jack?
I mean,
I know you're not used to it. Are you enjoying it?
I like it. I like it. I mean, I wasn't, 100% accurate, but I was definitely correct. So. I'm just going to soak it in, at least for one more stream. Just for this stream, just soak in being correct, yes. Flipmaster Yoda, no, Superman was not the best man. Alfred was, which I think was very sweet. And I said this on Twitter. I think there was a lot of... There was a lot of decent, like, fan service and good, schmaltzy emotional writing.
How is it not Dick Grayson?
How is it not Alfred?
He's more like the father.
Well,
your best man usually isn't your dad.
The way they described it is they weren't having a traditional wedding. They were getting married on a rooftop with a drunken judge who wouldn't remember that he married them.
Okay.
And so they weren't having a traditional best man and matron of honor. They were just having 2 witnesses. And so Alfred was just Batman's witness. And then Catwoman had her friend who was her witness. So if Batman had to choose one person
That's a good choice.
to be at his wedding, I think it should be Alfred.
Okay.
I liked that. Because I thought at first that he was going to ask Alfred to walk Selena down the aisle, as Alfred is the father figure. But with just one witness, no, I think that's a good call. I think that was a good call.
Oh, shit!
Did you just completely forget about a door?
I thought they were only coming through from the other side. Fuck my nutsack.
You're entering the rift.
Restarting the level?
Thinking about it. Thinking about it. I really thought they were just coming through from that one side. Well, fuck. Fuck.
There is an easier
Fuck.
path for us both.
Double
Why will
fuck.
you not open your
That
mind?
was annoying.
Well, to start with,
And entirely
you're
my
really
fault.
arrogant and you talk like a history book.
Impossible, child. Your will is strong, but I will break you.
Kustos has a very important question here, which is, did Alfred at least wear a mask? It would have been awfully suspicious that Bruce Wayne's butler ended up being Batman's best man, even if the judge was drunk or whatever. No, he did not wear a mask. Actually, and Batman was not in costume. He was in a tuxedo. On a rooftop. And Selena was not in costume.
Goblin shamans.
Wore a nice
Where did she
dress.
find those?
So, didn't end up showing up. But no, there was a lot of sweetness. There was a lot of, like... They were doing kind of a call and response comic issue where, like what was happening in present day was Bruce and Selena were getting ready for the wedding. And then they kept, like, flashing back to memories of each other. And with every flashback, they actually had a different artist handle every flashback. So you get a lot of different art styles, which is really nice. And then, they would have these, like, sweet character moments. Like, oh, I remember the first time we met, and I remember he stopped me doing this, and blah, blah, blah. It was heartfelt and earnest, and that was all...
Those little goblins bring each other back to life.
Oh.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You started it, Jack, and I did
There's an
worse.
easier path for us both. Why will you
I
not
noticed.
open your mind?
I noticed that you did.
I did
Well, to
worse.
start with, you're really arrogant and you talk like a history book.
Impossible, child. Your will is strong, but I will break
So in
you.
any case, it was a little disappointing. I got to the end of the comic,
Only female.
and
Maybe cuter.
Catwoman
You
decides
are the
not to
last
marry
of
him.
the order now.
A little
And
present
then
for
it's just
you,
like, what the fuck?
one for you.
We
and
serve
one
the
for
order.
You.
That's
Let
a
your
good
characters
choice.
grow. Please. Comic books. Let your characters do something.
They can't. They can't. Look, if this character's really aged, Batman would be dead of old age by now. Batman would. Well, wait. He already should be 80, just based on his continuity. I mean,
Right.
Mile 3.
Kill you guys. That's the mistake I made.
This'll hurt.
Mr. Joshua TX says, Rich, I was thinking about giving Next Gen a try.
It's great.
Ever watched a Star Trek series before? Oh no, sorry. Never watched a Star Trek series before. I thought they were asking you a question. They were commenting that they have never watched a Star Trek series before. Do I need to start from the pilot, or is there a better jumping off point?
Well, all right. I've gotten into arguments with people in the chat about this. I'd suggest starting at season 3. It's not like there's a long-running story you need to worry about, and that's when the show gets really good. Is season 3. Season 1 is awful.
Excellent.
Season 1 is absolutely awful, and like season 2 is very spotty. There's some amazing episodes in season 2, but there are also some of the literal worst episodes.
And I can, I like all of Next Gen, but I can agree with your thought process here, which is once you are already a fan of Star Trek, you can go back, watch season 1 and season 2.
Yes. Yeah, if you like what you see, then you can go back.
Yeah. So I even though I like season 1 and season 2, I'm also a fan. So I agree with that. Season 3 is a decent place to start.
Orcs also.
All right, see if I can not suck this time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It was such a fucking stupid oversight. And it was just a stupid oversight.
So what happened last time? You gobbled up all your stuff over there, and then you just didn't replace anything?
I replaced the stuff over here.
Yeah.
And then this section was always kind of lightly defended. I was mostly defending this by hand.
Yeah.
And then the enemy started coming out over here, and I didn't see on the map that the red dots had come out from that side that didn't have any...
Sure.
Traps are just so cool. This won't hurt a bit. Gee, I hope nobody gets hurt. No, I don't. Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, but Encounter at Farpoint had ninjas? Is that true? Encounter at Farpoint had ninjas? So yeah, I think that's a great place to start. But it's great, and I think the entire series is on Netflix, right?
I think so.
Next Gen.
No, don't get...
Anonymous says, hey guys, your co-op PUBG streams and Human Fall Flat streams are some of my favorite streams that you guys have done. Any co-op streams coming up anytime soon. We kind of make it up as we go along.
Right.
That's how it's done.
It's never out of the question, as long as there's a game we want to play,
And this is literally just, I was in the mood for Orcs Must Die.
Yep.
It'll hurt a lot.
We didn't plan this like a week in advance.
We'd never do. Because if we ever did, by the time we got to the stream, we'd say, yeah, you know what, I'm actually feeling something different.
Yeah.
We usually wing it. Usually.
Last one to rip. Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Every Star Trek series except Discovery is on Netflix. Well, there you go.
Depending upon where you live, Discovery is too.
Oh, that's true. Outside of the U.S. Who's alive?
Oh, you dorks. You dorks.
You dorks.
York. York.
What a bunch of Orcs.
It'll hurt a lot. This will be good.
Alright, what do I want to do?
What do you want to do?
Stand strong.
Yes, TNG, I mean, here in the U.S. at least, TNG is on Netflix. The entire series,
That's a good
from what I
choice.
remember. I think that's the last time Lisa and I binged it. That's where we watched it, was on Netflix. Because, you know, we were doing the same thing everyone does, which is you look through Netflix trying to desperately find
Stand
something.
strong.
Oh, they got TNG.
Yeah.
Let's watch TNG. And I think Voyager is as well. Not saying you should do it, but there's some fun in there.
Gibbed for pleasure.
That's what we did. We binged TNG and then we binged Voyager.
Let's do it again.
Season 1, Episode 8, TNG Justice, the episode where Wesley breaks a
Be
greenhouse
careful
and is
out there.
nearly executed.
This will help.
Oh yeah, that's like the planet of everyone's wearing like a skimpy toga, right?
Yeah.
And Wesley didn't know the rules.
It's one of the many horrible season 1 episodes.
Ooh, shiny.
I honestly, I just don't specifically remember that episode, so I can't. I can't comment. But if I remember correctly, that seems like a kind of a classic Captain Picard conundrum. You know, like we want to follow the rules, but we also don't want any of our crew to die. I must figure out a way to solve the problem diplomatically.
Yes.
And you know, I know it gets shit, but I like the pilot. I like the pilot. Q, the big alien.
Is that all you got?
Yes, my Picard impression is just in my haircut. Even though I think season 1, didn't Picard still have the crown? I don't think he went full bald until later seasons.
I think everyone full bald. He always
Did he?
had some hair.
Does he?
No, he always had some hair.
It gets shorter as the.
It
seasons
might
go
get
on.
shorter at some point, but I don't think he ever had no hair.
Okay.
Except in Nemesis. His clone had no hair.
That's great. Good old Tom Hardy. Still working. That's great.
Whew. All right, let's do this shit.
You're doing great.
Am I?
You're doing great. Nicely done.
What's going on here?
That's right.
Woo!
Perfect. It took you a couple save scums, but you did it.
Yeah.
But you did. What I'm saying is you did it.
I know. The one that's got me annoyed is that one earlier. The first one.
Sure.
Should not have lost 3 points on that one.
You shouldn't have.
What did I think of Star Trek Beyond? It's great. It's the best of the new ones.
Is she lying?
Yeah,
the Order
that's a
really
great.
dead?
That was a great movie.
There's a limit to how long
It was
one
a
war mage
fun
can
little
hold the
space
line,
adventure.
Even if that one war mage
Is what it was.
Sure.
Yeah, Beyond's a great movie. It's got the shouting and the beats.
The beats.
Was that what she says?
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that line. Shit.
It's, I like this. It has the shouting and the beats.
What have you got for him?
Embrace your inner
I don't know if that's. It's something like that. It's something very close to that. But oh no, it's cute.
You know what you want.
Cute. They have to use their wits to get out of the situation. I feel like that was another instance, though, of kind of wasting Idris Elba. I feel like almost everyone who has ever cast him wastes Idris Elba, the actor who played the main bad guy
Yeah.
in Star Trek Beyond.
Watch for traps. Faster. Juice, mistress.
Beats and shouting. Yep.
Away.
Yeah, Devil. That's kind of what he's a very generic villain and just yeah, just not. But yeah, I guess it's really not about the villain. Star Trek Beyond is not about having a super captivating villain. He was there so they could you know, ride motorcycles and teleport themselves. It was great.
What? What? Oh, it's not letting me put a tar trap where I need it. Ah, great.
This'll tickle a few toes.
Shit.
Nope.
It's bizarre is what it is.
I just don't know if that'll help you.
Blaming misclicks or glitch, actually, because they wouldn't let me put the tar trap down where I needed it.
Off my boy. What way now? Why couldn't I be a plumber?
Shaken and stirred.
I don't know any of the things you're talking
Also
about,
stab.
chat. I've never seen The Wire, but I've heard good things about Luther.
Set it and forget it. Who wants more traps? I do.
Whoa.
I
Be
do.
my general, my consort. Why can you not love me as the orcs do?
You know, the way you constantly nag, it's your least attractive quality.
Die like the rest then. Join your master in the
happening?
grave's cold embrace.
Dear, right away, dear.
It's not letting me put shit down right on the ground. Oh, this is gonna be a fucking mess. This is gonna be a fucking mess.
I love this job.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
There's still a bad guy.
There's not.
There's not?
No.
There's a red. What is that red?
Hotspots where people die, so
Oh.
you can better place traps.
Oh, okay.
There we fucking go. Jesus, why was that so fucking hard?
You left an opening. Is that on purpose?
Decisive.
No, that's.
I like that.
I've had to rearrange things while trying to get this set up that I missed it.
How
And
about
thank you
some
for
of
the eye.
this?
That would have been bad.
That would have been very bad. All the orcs would have gone around.
An interesting choice.
I remember a lot of people talking about Fringe back in the day. I never got into it. You watch Fringe?
No.
All I remember hearing about Fringe is a bunch of people saying like it gets good. Like out of the 3 seasons, the last 2 episodes of season 3 are pretty good, but you got to make it through all the rest of it to really understand what's happening. like some range you got on him.
There's a lot of magic.
Yep.
Very well, then.
Fringe is great. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. It has Pacey in it. How good can it be?
Faster! Off my foot! Stop pushing! Make the Keep moving!
Nicely done.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Doing great.
Is that all?
Am I caught up on Legion Westworld? I'm caught up on Legion. It was a weird second season. Not as good as the first season, but still all right. I enjoyed where it was going. Not as weird as I would like it to be. Not caught up on Westworld. I still need to watch the last episode, the finale, the season finale. But they've been doing some great work. Westworld season 2 has been getting really, wonderfully violent and appropriately weird. Do you know what I've been watching that I've been really enjoying, and that I was a little worried about when I started watching it, is the Cloak and Dagger series.
Oh, is that another Netflix one?
It's not on Netflix, actually. It's on Freeform.
Oh.
And I know what you're saying.
What is Freeform?
That's exactly what you're saying. Freeform is a television. I believe it's a rebranding of Disney Family. It's a rebranding of ABC Family Channel that is now going more like teen, early 20th century with their programming. And so they they have Cloak and Dagger, which very obscure comic characters, but they've rebooted it as very like they're two teens and they got these powers and they're teens.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, a little hokey at times, especially when we get into some of the. Apparently, they have some psychic type powers. A little hokey, but pretty good.
Is Cloak like CGI?
The Cloak?
Yeah,
He
got
has
this giant ass cloak that sucks people into another dimension.
Well, it's like a portal.
Okay.
He can teleport.
But does it float around like
He
wavy?
He doesn't have a cloak yet, and he hasn't.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't really figured out the teleportation thing yet. He's still working on it. You see, it's year 1. But actually, they do a lot of really great like in-camera edits of them like getting accidentally teleported in places and using their powers. The way they're doling out their powers slowly has been very nice. And it is, it's obviously like teen drama schmaltz.
Yeah.
But if you're okay with that, it's not a bad show. Shockingly, not a bad show.
Keep moving. Careful, there's traps. You'll be full back here. Yes, step on my foot.
Young adult audience means it's for like 12-year-olds. They're going for strict teens with this one. Hormones and dealing with drugs. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I've been enjoying it. It's been a good pace. And as compared to, I've been having some problems. I've been trying to watch season 2 of Luke Cage, and
You still hate Luke Cage?
oh, it's so bad, Rich. I want I just want it to be. I'd stand for mediocre at this point, but it's just every episode is so
See if I
bad.
can.
And I think one of the things wrong with Luke Cage is it's not.
Is this like the Venture Brothers, where you're the only one who doesn't like it?
No, I think a lot of people don't like Luke Cage.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
But I am not digging it at all. And I think one of my problems with Luke Cage is as an action show, because that's one of the reasons why I like superhero comics. As an action show, it's lacking. There's not a lot of good action in it. And then beyond that, I don't think it's really saying anything. Like, if you look at Jessica Jones, another show that is lacking in action.
Is it obligated to be saying anything?
Well, I think it either needs to have good action or it needs to have a good story.
Okay.
Either or, and a good story in my head says something. So it is like Daredevil. That doesn't say anything. That's just action schlock, and I like it because it knows what it is. It's about ninjas that fight each other. Great, Daredevil. Boom, they got it. And so in my mind, you either need to have good action or you need to say something. And Luke Cage, it waffles. It doesn't really have a purpose. Like, story elements lead places, but it doesn't really matter. It's just waffles. It waffles all over the place, right? And I think that's one of the reasons why I like Cloak and Dagger is like I feel like their show is about something, and I dig that.
What is it about?
Well, like the general teen stuff. It deals with some race stuff, some class issues. Just I think it's trying to say something. Sometimes a little ham-fisted, but hey, I'll take it. I didn't much care for the Punisher show. It was all right. Not enough punishing in my book in the Punisher show.
Whew.
I think they were trying to ride the line of, is he a good guy or a bad guy?
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Exactly. Well, and if they would have gone that route, like he's just a bad guy, he kills all the people, I would have loved it.
I think everyone would have loved that.
They tried to ride that line, so I did not dig the Punisher wholly. It was all right, but it wasn't what it could be. I do love teen angst. I'm down with that. Like rubber fist fight, John Barenthal is the perfect Punisher. The actor who plays the Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see season 2 of Daredevil? Did you ever finish it?
I never finished it.
Okay.
I saw the first part with Punisher.
Sure.
I know he comes back later, but I mean, he was good.
Did you see him in prison?
Just a little bit.
You saw the prison.
I didn't see any kind of prison action.
Oh shit! You didn't see him go full Punisher then.
Yeah.
And see, like that sequence in Daredevil season 2 was just pure Punisher, just like him doing his thing, and I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was really good. One as Frank Castle, one as a Punisher, like his whole thing with Daredevil, right? Otto Ballista.
I'm fond of this level.
Oh, great.